Communications Subcommittee, Mr. Sensenbrenner, for 5 minutes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I was the principal author of the Patriot Act that was signed by President Bush in 2011. And I also was the principal author of the 2 reauthorizations in 2006 and in 2011. Let me say that the revelations about Section 215 were a shock, and that if the bulk collection program was debated by the Congress in each of these 3 instances, it never would have been approved. And I can say that without qualification. Congress never did intend to allow bulk collections when it passed Section 215. And no fair reading of the text would allow for this program. The PCLOG said, quote, the Section 215 bulk telephone records program lacks a viable legal foundation under Section 215, implicates constitutional concerns under the First and Fourth Amendments, raises serious threat to privacy and civil liberties as a policy matter, and has shown only limited value. I agree with that. Now, the administration, the argument that they use under Section 215 is essentially that if the administration and the intelligence community want something, it's relevant. And that's not a limiting principle, which everybody thought relevant was. It's a vacuum cleaner. And that's why there has been such outrage both here and overseas that has impacted our intelligence community and also implicated the commercial relationship between us and foreign countries, particularly major trading partners in the European Union. And I am very worried about an intelligence review structure where the administration and the FISC could sanction this. That's why Mr. Conyers and I, together with a lot of members equally divided between Republicans and Democrats, have sponsored the USA Freedom Act. We attempted to make the Freedom Act a balance between the civil liberties concerns that have been expressed in the last 7 months, as well as the need to have an active intelligence operation. Now, Section 215 expires in June of next year, and unless Section 215 is fixed, you, Mr. Cole, and the intelligence community will end up getting nothing, because I am absolutely confident that there are not the votes in this Congress to reauthorize Section 215. Now, the Freedom Act is the only piece of legislation that attempts to comprehensively address this problem in a way that I think will get the support of a majority of the members of both the House and the Senate. The Feinstein bill, I think, is a joke because it basically prohibits bulk collection except as authorized under a subsection which authorizes the intelligence community to keep on doing business as usual. Mr. Cole, I think that we're smart enough to recognize that for what it is, and it is a joke. There hasn't been anything else that's come from the administration or elsewhere to deal with this issue, and the clock, sir, is a-ticking. And it is ticking rapidly, and this is going to have to be addressed in this year, even though it's an election year. Now, will the Department of Justice, Mr. Cole, support the Freedom Act? And all I need is a yes or no answer. Not yes, but, or no, of course, but yes or no.
The Department of Justice is a big place, Senator, and at this point we have not taken a position on the Freedom Act. We're more than happy to work with you on
Well, I haven't seen any indication of that to date, and I would urge you to hurry up and to get the big place together, because the Freedom Act are reasonable reforms that have been emphasized as necessary and responsible by both the PCLOG and the review panel. There's nothing else out there to fix this up. So you have a choice between reaching something that will be supported by a majority of the Congress or letting the clock tick, and come June 1st of next year, there will be no authority for anything under Section 215. Now, if the administration has got problems with the Leahy, Sensenbrenner, Conyers bill, let's talk about it. But it's past time for genuine reform, and I can tell you, sir, that if the administration doesn't want to weigh in on this, I'm sure that Congress will do so. And I want to hear any ex post facto complaining. My time is up.
The chair recognizes the